So everyone, Airship Syndicate Digital Extremes has an update for the rough early access launch. They're going to talk about monetization, servers, compensation, not condensation. Okay, it's not wet out there. So let's take a look. Yesterday sucked. There's no way around to say it. Sucked for people who purchased Founder Pack, couldn't play. Sucked for us to see players when I built the game. Yeah, it sucked. Early access isn't a crutch. It's a conversation between a studio and the community to help build a game alongside studio. We said from the start that we trade transparent, open to the community, and that continues. Okay. Player entrusting with money and failing us to deliver. Servers and login. Although we ran technical tests and betas across multiple regions, we were seeing more players every minute than played in our beta each day. Well, yeah, because you guys limited the beta. It wasn't an open beta. That's on them, right? Although we had a queue system ready, that system failed immediately. We quickly implemented numerous fixes to try and stabilize the login experience, and those failed as well. We ended up having to put a cap on the players that were on the server, which was less than ideal, resulted in maximum player limit reach error last night. So pretty much like they expected launch for 5 people and 500 people showed up. It was real rough. From DE. At early access launch, severe server login issues led to many players not being able to connect or play. We know value your trust, apologize. No players have high expectation of DE infrastructure. Moment like this, and since we failed as a publisher, fell short. Yep. We've committed to ensuring long-term stability through early access period. We were thankful for the enthusiasm and interest. Yeah, well, I mean, like, they tested terribly because they had a limited beta. There wasn't an open beta. So, I mean, like, what did they expect, right? This just seems kind of funny to me. Because, like, come on, what do you expect, right? It's a limited beta. The only amount of people that are going to log in are the limited amount that can, so, of course. Now, we realized that buying something and not being able to actually log in, quite frankly, bad luck. One solution we heard often is that we should have offered pre-sales to gauge interest. They can't because pre-sales for early access aren't allowed, right? Currently in-game queue is functioning. Sitting in queue isn't actually being in-game and playing, but it's allowing a trickle of players as we continue to up our capacity across the regions. We'll continue to optimize. Okay, Founder Pack issues. We are also aware that a portion of players do not get their Founder Pack items. We are aware of the issue, and although it affects a small portion of players, priority make sure that Founder Pack items get. A lot of missing items are related to server issues. Unfortunately, we can't provide a better update right now until we have more stability. Again, Founders Packs are entrusting us. We didn't deliver. Please contact us at Zendesk at this time so we can collect your info as we work towards a solution. I'll probably do that in another day or two. We'll see. So, nice. Monetization. Yeah, this one's a little funny. We also saw conversation around some of our bundle prices being just shy of items in our store. We agree it's in our players, not player friendly. We revisiting price so that they are 1,000 rune silver. Nice. We'll retroactively grant difference for anyone that has paid any of these weapons. Nice, nice, nice. That's good. Good. That one's good, for sure. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, compensation. Players lost valuable time waiting to get games time off days. That sucks. We're currently working toward a plan for compensating these purchases into early access, whether they get into the game or not. Yesterday proved that Wayfinder has an audience. Yeah, you don't say. But we must take action to meet the demand that audience deserves. First involves us fortifying our underlying platform and all that, getting into game, playable. Okay, so I'm going to say this. They fucked up by not having an open beta before early access. This is 100% on them for not even trying to have an open beta, right? Because an open beta would have solved this, because the open beta would have got absolutely shot at and nuked, right? And if they could have an open beta, or they could have like, yeah, no, that's all I could possibly think of. An open beta just to see how many people are interested in the game as a free-to-play model, and that could at least up their servers a little bit, right? Because obviously more people would probably get into an open beta than are currently in early access. But I mean, it would give them a better idea. But they probably didn't want to release the floodgates like that hardcore because they just straight up knew they couldn't handle it, right? So, no, we can't pre-order. No, it's early access does not allow pre-order. We already went over this. It's not a thing. So yeah, like, we have the entire Warframe community. You have massive content creators like King Gathalion, like all of the big Twitch streamers. It was at 40, 50, 60,000 people trying to watch on stream on Twitch. Like, you could have expected this so much better with an open beta. Like, we had previous, if they like had the previous streams not under NDA, they could have gotten better numbers under Twitch streams as well, right? They could have gotten a much better understanding of the amount of people interested, because it was huge. Everyone was waiting for the game to drop yesterday. Like 70,000 people, 50,000 people at times. Like, it was massive, but nobody could play for more than just minutes or like an hour at a time before everything broke, because Digital Extremes didn't even think of doing like any sort of early access testing without closing it. Because like, yeah, I assumed, and I think a lot of other people assumed, that the early access was to fix like visual bugs and in-game code bugs. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub, Beyond526, right? I didn't assume at all that the early access launch had anything to do with server capacity or stability, because it was a closed launch where you can't properly test your server stability and capacity. So yeah, that just kind of sucks, and it's like, well, what did you expect? LeMayo, you have all the Warframe players, a ton of people probably who play Destiny and just looter shooter MMOs in general that want to play the game. So it's a good like compensation, it's good they're fixing everything. It's just like, how could you not expect this? That's the annoying part. Like, as the developers and the publishers, how could they not expect this? Warframe's a big game. People really like MMO likes looter shooters right now, and Remnant 2 just dropped, it kicked ass. How did they not expect this to do that, right? So yeah, that's the video. It's a good update, but it still sucks for sure, right? Especially with Digital Extremes as a publisher, they should know better, especially with Warframe. But yeah, hopefully it's good compensation, but at least they're lowering the monetization for the Rune Silver to 1,000. So that's good, it's a good start. Hopefully all goes well going forward, but yeah, this was a rough launch, and it's pretty much impossible to play, so take breaks, go play Genshin Impact, Warframe, Destiny, whatever you like, you know, Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, there's a ton of games. Fortnite, got Epic Games creator code Pupsker, there's a bajillion games out there, and they're great to play, so take a break, the queue is just borked anyways, so yeah, cheers, thank you.